A three-day play, Ngaphesheya, the land of the dead where the cemetery lies, comes to life at the Market Theatre this weekend. The story follows four young girls aged between 12 and 16 years. It explores their curiosity about life in the living and life after death. They explore this in their childlike manner through the games that they play, together with the stories that they've been told by their elders. But their fascination ends up leading them to meet a new friend from that dimension. But without spoiling the storyline, the play director, Sanele Philips, joins us now for more insights. Sanele, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. Now, the play draws on the themes of life and death and the parallels of afterlife and the life that we're living in. Just talk us through what went through your mind in terms of the inspiration of putting together such a play.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. So I think the idea of the play came from a question that I think everyone else has, that is there a life after the one that we're living? And what happens to people once they cross over? Do they even cross over? So as creators, we came together and we put together this beautiful story that is told through the lens of children, because as much as it is quite a heavy story to tell, I mean, it deals with the themes of death and the afterlife and all of that. And now we always felt that it's always better to put a story that heavy through the lens of children, because we felt that that lessens the heaviness of the story. It's a beautiful story that follows a girl that is stuck in purgatory, where she's trying to find the resting or the everlasting peace that is promised upon death.
And speaking of the play being led by children, what was it like directing those young minds and making them focus in terms of delivering what it is that you wanted to be told in the story?
Directing for me has always been a dream, and once I was afforded that opportunity for me to put what happens in my own mind, to put it into a theater piece and have it be a story where people can come and see it, consume it, and receive it, it has been a very great journey of growth for me, myself as the director, and together with my cast. We are part of a theater company called Kwasha that operates at the Windybrow Arts Center in collaboration with the Market Theatre Foundation. We are all graduates, and it was so great to come together with different graduates from different institutions to share ideas and come up with a story. And this is a devised piece that we had to start from literally nothing. So the reception of the play right now has been really, really great. And it would be great for everyone to come and see it.
And the production is led by a dynamic group of young women. How important is female representation for you, especially in the space of theatre?
So Kwasha has been running for the past 6 years right now, and we are Kwasha the sixth, the first ever female cast. So that was also a first for everyone, for the company as well, for the Market Theatre Foundation and the Windybrow Arts Center. Working with a conglomerate of women has been such a great pleasure, because everyone tends to assume that when women are gathered in one space, it's always drama because hormones and things like that. But these are five powerful women who have stories to tell and experiences to share. So it has been nothing but an absolute pleasure for me to be a part of this group of women.
We know that the culture of theatre somewhat has declined in South Africa. How would you encourage, especially for young people, to inculcate that culture within their everyday living, in ensuring that they take their time in going out and seeing pieces of art that you're creating in theatres?
Theater is such a beautiful space, and I think for me, I would advise everyone to come and engage and involve themselves in theater, because you get to experience, like, we play stories of the people back to the people. That's what I like to call playback theater. So we tell stories that we all experience on a daily basis, and now you get to see them being replayed to you. So it's quite an experience, and I really, really would encourage people to come and involve themselves in theater productions such as this one.
And speaking of that, I mean, we know that a lot of the times when we watch television or we go to the theatre, it's truly just to unwind and to use the arts as time just for us to relax and sit back. But how important is it that these theatre plays really do incorporate the social ills and all that we experience in life in order for us to be educated in terms of what other people are experiencing?
I think it's quite important for us to engage and involve ourselves with theater, because theater plays most times are conversation starters, because we are telling stories that we all can relate to, stories that we can have conversations about our everyday lives, and we get to have an opportunity to tell the untold stories and be the voice for the voiceless. So this theater plays also serves that purpose of speaking for the people who can not speak for themselves. And us being in the receiving end of the theater, we're able to then go out there into the world and have conversations about the things we get to engage with through theater.
If there's a parent that's watching who has a child that really is interested in being a part of theater, be it on stage or behind the scenes such as yourself, but that parent is quite skeptical in terms of what that career could have in hold for their child, how would you encourage them that this is a career path that they could encourage their children to embark on?
I think I would advise the parents to really guide the children into following, because I feel theater starts with a passion. If you notice that a child of yours has this passion to tell stories and be in the limelight, if I may put it like that, I think it would be very great for parents to expose the kids, take them to theater for children, for young audiences, get them exposed to those kind of things and let them know that it's okay to be a storyteller, because that also matters. Our everyday lives are full of stories, and who are the people that are available to tell those stories are people such as ourselves, who are theater practitioners, who will be able to then invoke that feeling and that passion inside that child. But we can't do it if the parents at home are also kind of limiting the children. So let the children play, let the children fly, and get them involved in everything that involves performance.
Sanele, going back to the 3-day play, Ngaphesheya, how has the response been from audiences so far?
It has really been so great. When you put together a show, you kind of get nervous that are they going to receive it the way that we had planned them to be. But the show has been running for 2 days right now, from yesterday and today. Tomorrow we have our last show, and we've been getting really great feedback. People are relating to the story, and because, like I had mentioned, it's such a heavy story to tell, but we get to kind of number it down through the games that they play. I mean, I'm steady, I'm steady, I'm steady. Those are games, that indigenous games rather, that we all can relate to, and that also remind us of a certain childlike essence that we all share amongst each other. But in that, the story also holds like a very heavy theme and topic. So we've been having conversations with our audiences, and we've been receiving very great feedback.
All right, Sanele, thank you so much for your time this evening. We do wish you the best in your last day of production tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Sanele Philips, the director of the 3-day play Ngaphesheya.